Hello, I'm Cadet Win. I'm here to brief Operation Bobcat as first squad leader of 1st Platoon Charger Company 1-5 Infantry. Here's our task org. We are Squad Plus. Our task is to attack to destroy Objective Phantom. Our purpose is to deny enemy influence on Battalion DO. We have Alpha Team, Bravo Team, and Weapons Team. Alpha Team, you are the main effort. Your task is to attack to destroy the enemy mortar team. Your purpose is to deny enemy influence on Battalion DO. Your main weapon system is M249. Bravo Team, you are supporting effort 1. Your task is to secure objective. Your purpose is to prevent enemy sustainment. Your key weapon system is M249. Weapons Team, you are supporting effort 2. Your task is to support by fire to Alpha Team, and your purpose is to support the main effort on Objective Phantom. Your key weapon system is M240 Bravo. Let's orient you to the AO. Over here we have AO No Slack, where the enemy is coming from. You must cross this bridge to get into AO Ronin, where our patrol base is. Along here, you will see Route Camaro, where Objective Reaper is in. Objective Ghost is over here. Our objective is down here, Objective Phantom, which you must pass Phase Line Alaska and Phase Line Arctic to get across. Over here, past Coastal Mountain and AO Emerald. For our area of interest, our AOI, north, we are 37 Norving, south, 31 Norving, east, 17 Easting, west, 10 Easting. For our box, we have north 37 Norving, south 31 Norving, east 17 Easting, west 10 Easting. Our trace, we are going to be bound to the north by the Bain Rivers, to the south by the High Mountain, to the east the High Mountain, to the west the Bain River. Let's familiarize ourselves with Objective Phantom, Objective Ghost, and Objective Reaper. We are going to Objective Phantom. We are also bound by High Mountain and Bain River. Our key terrain 1, which is a hilltop, and key terrain 2, which is a bridge. Their assets for fixed rotary. They have a platoon of Z-10K attack helicopters located at Tai Tung Air Base, uniform Foxtrot 127212. Their trigger is identification of key USF battalion or higher enablers. Their reaction time is 30 minutes. For indirect fire, they have a battery of PL 66 152mm howitzers and multiple POOs in the vicinity of Tai Tung. Their trigger is identification of USF infantry elements of the squad size. Reaction time is 10 minutes. They also have a PP-87 at Uniform Foxtrot 1197-3184. Their trigger is fire in support of North Torbian defenders on Objective Bobcat. The reaction time is 5 minutes. For reserve, they have a motorized platoon located at Uniform Foxtrot 0845-2547. Trigger is defensive reserve to prevent USF advance along MSRs in the coastal region. The reaction time is 40 minutes. Utter and ADA. They have a platoon minus of PGZ-04 Alpha at Uniform Foxtrot 170299. And we also suspect a platoon of HQ-16s in the vicinity of Lue. Let's orient you to terrain. For observation field sites, we have High Mountain and these mountains over here, which make us unable to see enemy units past high end. For enemies, they have clear line of sight on our avenue approach. So we cannot rely on the mountains to be seen. We must use the concealment all around here. For avenue approach, friendly avenue approach is avenue approach 1, 2, and 3. For our enemy avenue approach, we have 4, 5, and 6. 4 and 5 are where the mortar team is most likely coming from. Avenue approach 6 is where the reserve platoon would come. For us, movement, we have movement on slightly difficult terrain, effects on enemy. They must come from the bridge. So I recommend avenue approach 1, since the water we would have to cross are dried up. Key terrain, key terrain 1 lies on top of the hilltop, and key terrain 2, which lies on top of the bridge. Seizing terrain 1 for us will take away enemy needed positions to use that mortar team. For enemy, key terrain 2 is necessary because they must hold it in order to cross that bridge. For us, in order to finish the mission, we must destroy the mortar team by take control of key terrain 1. Obstacles, we are bounded by the Bain River and the coastal mountain. For us, it restricts and limits our movement along the mountain and the river. And for the enemy, they must pass the bridge to get from HQ to Objective Phantom. So the enemies will use the bridge to cross, as indicated by their avenue approach from the east, and then high-end mountain will limit friendly movement along the AO and force us to enter from the north. Covering concealment, there's dense vegetation everywhere. For us, we're able to use vegetation to move undetected. For enemies, it's hard to detect us. So we must use concealment within Titan, or concealment within Titan strongly favors us and allows us to move without identification by a screen. Here's the micro. See, having approach 1 is easier to move in. For weather, visibility, 15.3% illumination. This reduces enemy long-range field of vision. It helps us avoid identification by enemy screen. It favors us, allows us to use nods combined with concealment with dense vegetation, and makes it possible to pass enemy screen. For precipitation, 70% precipitation, reduced speed of movement of motorized mobility, also complicates dismounted maneuvers, favors the enemy, it reduces our tempo and makes pulling off a surprise attack harder. 99% cloud coverage, sound can bounce off clouds from motorized sounds and it limits vision on us. Favors us, we can hear where they're going. Temperature, highs of 88, lows of 76, 88% humidity, increased heat fatigue for both. It favors the enemy because we're going to be lugging around hard, heavy equipment. Not great when I'm bringing extra water. For the company analysis, we got a motorized platoon here, motorized platoon here, motorized company here. We have artillery platoon there, artillery platoon there. They're both disrupting. We have this mortar team we're going after. They're disrupting towards the mountain, and then we need to be careful of this recon squad right here, the CAV squad, and setting a screen on both sides. This platoon is occupying this area inside AO Ronin, and then for the platoon analysis, we got again this CAV squad here that are setting a screen on both sides. We have this squad here controlling, motorized squad here controlling this area. We have this squad here occupying that area, and this squad here disrupting up towards Route Camaro. We're focusing on this mortar team right there. For my analysis, at least as going down, we're going to have to be extra careful about running into these CAV teams with their weapons and setting that screen. We're trying to get towards this mortar team to destroy it. Mortar team tasked to disrupt IDF provide IDF to disrupt USF forces in the AO, purpose to deny USF influence. Their key weapon system is that PP-87 82 millimeter mortar. Purpose is to indirect fire and disrupt with a range of 5,500 meters. U.S. equipment is the M252 81 millimeter mortar. High value targets for us: patrol base, command and control, and our maneuver squads. HPTL, our mortar section, our weapon section squads, and then first squad at Objective Phantom. Here's where we go. We go a little closer on our micro. We suspect them setting up like this. This decisive point right here is the hilltop. I expect once we go in, they won't be able to use their mortar any longer. They'll have to take this route back, set up here as we come in. For enemy intelligence, they have a recon squad. They're setting screens, or doing screens. The enemy lacks situational awareness on us, though. Their weakness is situational awareness. So if we can avoid their recon squads, we can surprise them due to their lack of awareness. Movement and maneuver along Camaro, they can get canalized by hand range in Baden River, and the choke putt is a weakness because they're canalized by the terrain and vulnerable at choke points. For fires, they have the PO66 152 mortar, and then the air defense. Mostly predictable, but they can maintain indirect fires throughout. They have limited wires along the route Camaro, not very effective on us right now. They have that reserve platoon, which takes 40 minutes to respond. We have to be careful of that. And they have platoon, squad, command and control present, but they react conservatively to less than battalion level. So you don't have to worry about that. Most likely course of action, to provide early for the screen, is to provide early warning, indirect fire, delay our movement until reserves arrive. We accomplish this by using reconnaissance, screen, mortar fire, and motorized squads dispersed across choke points. Decisive operations employment of that PP-87 mortar team. This is decisive because mortar fires are the only assets with range and responsiveness to shape USF maneuver. Their end state is to maintain control around Camaro and choke points to prevent USF from securing the freedom of maneuver. For civilians, the civilians suppressed to prevent resistance. USF, for enemy, they want us to be delayed, disrupted, and canalized into kill zones. Friendly, preserve combat strength of the 2nd Battalion to avoid the decisive defeat. For our mission and intent, our mission is 1-5 infantry to attack to seize objective Bobcat no later than 31-0500 August 24 in order to enable the liberation of Southeast Torbia. Our mission is for 1-5 infantry to attack to seize objective Bobcat no later than 31-0500 August 24th in order to enable the liberation of Southeast Torbia. Expanded purpose is to conduct disrupted squad operations in depth within AO Ronin to conceal the current capabilities of Charger Company, disrupt the enemy commander's decision-making cycle, forcing him to divert combat power from the defense of objective Bobcat and HYW-11, and buy time for the remainder of the company to reconsolidate for follow-on offensive operations. Key tasks: disrupt enemy operation in depth, deny enemy uncontested use of high-speed avenues of approach, retain maximal combat power, avoid decisive engagement, and reconsolidate 2nd Platoon and 3rd Platoon. Our mission statement is Charger Company 1-5 Infantry Battalion. Supporting effort 2, disrupt enemy forces in AO Ronin no later than 30-22 August 24 in order to deny enemy influence on Battalion DO. Standard purpose, CO, CDR, and higher. Conduct disjointed squad operations to disrupt enemy decision-making, deny uncontested enemy use of high-speed avenues of approach, and preserve combat power for follow-on operations. Our key task is to disrupt enemy operations in depth, deny enemy use of route Camaro and alternate approaches, retain maximum combat power, avoid decisive engagement, and reconsolidate and disperse platoons at control base.